from Bristol in England builds himself a wooden barrel and...
Ah, why is he gotta be so local to me as well? No! Yo, what is up my people? Today we're watching the most embarrassing deaths ever. You know what? One way I personally couldn't go out. You ever been scrolling on Twitter and you see a video of some bull riding going wrong? Or you see them races where the people have bulls running after them? Yeah, bro. Not a good idea. I can't lie. The amount of stuff I've seen gone wrong, and it's like, bro, why would you want a bull chasing after you? Why would you want to ride a bull that is a dangerous animal? Nah, that's one way. Personally, that's one way. Unless one spots me in the wild and rushes me, I'm sorry, I ain't going out like that. But anyways, yo, before we start, I do have to apologize. I won't have enough time today to upload 2 videos, so it'll be just one for tonight. I know. Yo, wait. My fault, yo. I know, my fault, guys. I'm sorry, guys. But, you know, we still getting this video. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right to it.
There are a lot of ways to leave this earth: old age, illness, and natural disasters. But today, we're diving deep into the Hall of Fame of questionable decisions. These aren't just any deaths. These are some of the most embarrassing ways people have died. So grab your last 2 brain cells and let's begin.
Alright, we all focused, we all locked in? Okay.
Alright, picture this. It's the 4th of July. Fireworks are popping, grills are smoking, and America is doing what America does best: celebrating with a...
Yo, let me know, how do you guys celebrate 4th of July? 'Cause I personally, I'm from the UK, right, so I don't really do none of that around here. But you know what, in the future, I want to be moving out there to the States, you feel me? So, how do you guys celebrate 4th of July? Just fireworks?
Explosives and hot dogs. But in Summerville, South Carolina, one man decided that the sky wasn't the only place that should light up. Alan Ray McGrew, 41 years old, was at a block party surrounded by friends, neighbors, and probably a lot of beer. Now, most people enjoy the fireworks from a safe distance. Alan? Not so much.
Let me guess, he tried to run up to it or something.
This man thought, what if I was the fireworks show? So naturally...
I really hope he didn't, put a firework up him or something. Bro, if that's what this is leading to, yo, RIP though, before I say RIP for real, but if that's what this is leading to, it's gonna be an interesting video.
He did what no one should ever do. He placed a lit firework directly on top of his head.
Okay, yo, I was tweaking, my fault, sorry, I was tweaking.
Let's be clear, his wife begged him not to. She literally told...
Yo, but why would you... I mean, he's drunk, I guess.
him not to do it.
Bro, I can't lie. If I was the wife, I wouldn't be like, no, please don't do it. I'd be like, you're not doing it. It's not happening.
But Alan was feeling joyful, or fearless, or just straight up foolish. Because within seconds, the firework exploded, delivering a fatal head injury before the crowd could even process what had happened. Emergency responders arrived quickly, but Alan was pronounced dead at the scene. And as tragic as it is...
Yo, don't mess around with fireworks, guys. Don't play with fireworks. Not to be played with, you know. Too many people get injured because of fireworks, you know. Like, personally, me, even if it's fireworks, I have, something small, you feel me? I won't be messing with no... you even seen, I forgot the guy's name. What's the guy's name? He likes fighting everyone, bro. Everyone was scared of him. And he's messing around with fireworks, and he blows up his hand. Grown man, by the way. Don't play with fireworks.
Even the authorities had to admit it was entirely avoidable. It's just a brutal, or I guess a kind of obvious reminder that fireworks are made for the sky.
Yo, it's not her fault, but our girlfriend for letting him do it still, you know. Like, I'd have just been like, no, you're not doing it. I'm taking that, and I'm taking it, you get me?
And not your head. Also, you need to understand that his family and friends literally watched how the firework exploded his head, leaving the family traumatized to this day. So, yeah, dying because of a firework hat. And look, I get wanting to go out with style, but this is just crazy. Alright, so maybe blowing your head off with a firework sounds like...
Listen, as much as I like to have fun, you could never catch me doing some shit like this. No. Oh, no, listen. It's all fun, But the second I ain't risking my life for nothing, bro. I ain't risking my life for nothing.
Like a 1 in a million kind of stupid. But trust me, we're just getting started. Because now we're heading to Germany, where someone thought swallowing an umbrella was a great idea. Spoiler, it definitely was not.
Yo, once again, I feel I need to say RIP. Because, you know, no disrespect to the people that aren't here anymore. But how bold do you have to be to do this? How bold do you have to be to think, oh yeah, I'm gonna swallow an umbrella? I mean, maybe, you know, you see the guys that swallow swords all the time, right? And they do it. Oh, I'm really hoping that, oh my god. Imagine you swallow an umbrella, you're like, you get it down. You press the shooting accent. The umbrella opens. No, I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
At a party in Bonn, an amateur performer decided he wanted to leave a lasting impression. Normally, he was a sword swallower. Yeah, I know, literally the most normal thing to be. But since there wasn't a sword lying around at the party, he thought an umbrella would be the next best thing. So he picked up a closed umbrella and thought,
bro, anything else? Get something that doesn't open.
yeah, this'll work.
I feel bad. Imagine the families. Imagine, you know, you're related to this person. You're like, oh, how did they pass? Listen, this is why I couldn't ever go out. Like, I mean, this is why anytime it's shit like this, I don't play with shit like this. Because imagine your family. Imagine your family sitting there, having to explain to people, okay, how did he pass? You tried to swallow an umbrella. No, don't play with that sort of stuff, guys.
It was bold, it was creative, and it definitely was catastrophically dumb. However, what we do know is that halfway through the stunt, he accidentally hit the umbrella button and opened it. Yeah, you heard that right.
No! This is what I was afraid of.
The umbrella literally opened inside his throat. The internal injuries were catastrophic. Paramedics rushed him to the hospital, but he died shortly after due to the severity of his injuries. The story spread fast. Some say it's an urban legend, others swear it actually happened. It even made its way into the infamous Darwin Awards. But verified or not, one thing's for sure. If you ever find yourself thinking, maybe I'll swallow an umbrella for fun, you're
don't do it.
Absolutely cooked. But whatever, we've lit fireworks on our heads, we've opened umbrellas in our throats. It's been a masterclass in questionable life choices so far. So naturally, let's take this to Niagara Falls, where one man thought the smartest way to support his family was
do a cannonball straight off the waterfall into the water. That's my guess. That's me locked in.
by becoming human cargo in a
Oh no. Actually, to be fair, I think my idea might have been worse.
a wooden barrel. It's July 11th, 1920. Charles Stevens, a barber...
Bro, imagine you put yourself in a barrel and all of a sudden, you're like, it won't open. Yo, you push yourself down Niagara Falls, it won't open. Or it starts leaking through. Or even worse, you will hit your head and you're unconscious. You wake up, you're fully submerged, you don't know where you are. Rest in peace, man.
from Bristol in England, builds himself a wooden barrel and
Ah, why is he gotta be so local to me as well? No! Nah, I don't think you guys understand. Bristol is like a... Bristol's like... Bristol's like a 40-minute hour drive for me.
like any other rational human being, straps an anvil to his feet for weight. Which, look, I'm not saying I'm a physics expert, but maybe don't tie yourself to a giant chunk of iron before you launch off a waterfall. And just to make sure things were extra hopeless, he ignored the advice of literally everyone and didn't even test the barrel beforehand. The moment the barrel went over Horseshoe Falls, it didn't just fail, it shattered. The anvil ripped through the bottom, and Charles was yanked straight down into darkness. The only thing they ever recovered was his right arm. The rest of Charles, swallowed by the falls forever. Also, Charles was the first person to die attempting this kind of stunt at Niagara. And in 1994...
Don't tell me somebody else tries to do this. No! You know what I never understand? You see someone lose their life trying to do something, right? It's like cave divers, right? I don't get that at all. Like, when cave divers go to caves where people have died before, or where you know, deep sea cave divers or whatever go to places where people have died before, and then they're like, yeah, you know what, that's a great idea. This place has a body count of 50 people. Oh my god, I want to try it too, because I won't end up the same. And then they suffer the same fate. Listen, if somebody, you know, somebody does something like this and they don't make it out alive, I think that's your sign that you need. That's God telling you, don't do it.
After his death, he actually won a Darwin Award, which honestly feels both fair and completely expected. By this point,
I mean, what's the use of an award if you're not alive to receive it?
Think the bar for bad decisions couldn't get any lower. And yet, here comes a guy who looked at a disused cable car line in the Italian Alps and thought, what could possibly go wrong? And as we all know, the moment you ask yourself that question, everything will go wrong. David Mason, a 49-year-old British tourist from Glasgow, was on a scenic trip through the Marmolada.
Yo, it can't be my British people. Yo, no, bro. From Scotland. That's a bit up north, but that's still, you feel me? I'm still from the, you know, I still live in the UK, you get what I mean? Oh.
Marmolada Mountains in the Italian Alps with his 18-year-old son. The views were breathtaking, the air was fresh, and the cliffs extremely unforgiving. While enjoying the view, Mason spotted an old abandoned cable car wire and decided it was the perfect setup for a risky adventure.
You see me, if I see that and that's my only way up, even if there's somebody with me and they're like, yeah, it's calm, I've done this before, it's fine, come on here. I'm going home. I'm going, bro. I'm going. Call me boring all you like. Boo me all you like. Listen. You know, I'm the type of person, right? You know, I be in a horror movie. I hear a noise in the wood. I've had this happen to me before, right? I've been walking home before. And one of my ex's house, between me and their house, there used to be like this little wooded area. One night it's a bit windy, it's a bit stormy, right? I start going to walk into the wooded area, and I start hearing the tree creaking. Like, I know it's because of the storm. And it's from that point, it's like a 4-minute walk from my house. Best know, I took the long way. It took me 40 minutes to get home. But listen, you know, I heard that. I turned around instantly. I was like, nah. I'm not dealing with that.
So, what did he do? He snapped a climbing hook onto the cable and tried to zip down using only his hands for control.
Oh my god. And the cold weather too. Yo, this is even worse idea than actually trying to use the thing. Oh my god. It probably would have been a better idea to try and, find the power circuit and see if it still works, you feel me? That is, how are you gonna slow yourself down?
Yes, his bare hands. Despite being warned by several hikers nearby, including total strangers who literally tried to stop him, David said, "Nah, I got this." Turns out what he actually had was a one-way ticket to the emergency room with no return trip. Once he launched himself off, gravity did its thing, and so did the slippery surface still covering the cable. He quickly lost control and started falling at high speed, crashing into several rocks along the way like a pinball bouncing violently. The ride ended when he collided with a metal support pole about 650 feet down the cable. Rescue crews arrived quickly and airlifted him to the nearest hospital, but the damage was already done. David was pronounced dead on arrival. An investigation followed, but the conclusion was pretty straightforward. If your dangerous stunt makes strangers scream at you to stop, maybe it's not worth the Instagram story. However,
You see me, I'm never gonna be pulling stunts like this, you feel me? Like, people can call me boring for this. I value my life, you feel me?
if we've learned anything so far, it's that gravity and bad ideas don't mix. But this next stunt is exactly the kind of homemade disaster that leaves you wondering how anyone manages to survive into adulthood. Eric Barcia, a 22-year-old fast food worker from Reston, Virginia, who decided he wanted to experience the thrill of a bungee jump without...
I'm gonna be on. Oh my god, he's gonna say he just tied a rope to something. I'm gonna be completely honest. I feel like if you're doing these things, you probably needed some psychological help. I'm gonna be so honest. Because I don't feel like anyone that isn't sick of their regular day-to-day life, anyone that's happy with what they're doing, isn't gonna be pulling these stunts. Anyone that values their life ain't gonna be doing this.
Using any actual bungee equipment. Yeah, you heard that right. Some people are actually pretty weird. Instead, he grabbed several household bungee cords, the kind you use to strap a Christmas tree to your car roof, and taped them together like it was some school engineering project. The place he chose to jump from...
I mean, maybe if it's flex tape, I understand. Sorry, my bad. Not the time.
A 70-foot railroad trestle at Lake Accotink Park. He tied one end of his makeshift bungee to the bridge, the other around his foot, and with zero calculations...
The thing is, why would you even want to do this, right? Put yourself in this guy's shoes. I want to bungee jump. Do I want to get the equipment? Nah. So some homemade stuff will work with tape. And okay, maybe you might want to do it, you have a cool story to tell, you have some experience. Nobody's gonna believe you. Nobody's believing you. You can say, yeah, I jumped up. They're gonna be like, Cap, you never did that. Prove it. And then you can't. So then you either don't live, or you live to tell the tale, and just nobody believes you.
Or safety gear, he jumped.
Like, you have to just, at that point, just, be battling with something, you get what I mean?
Now, here's the thing. The cords didn't snap. They surprisingly held.
They
but
worked.
The total length of his setup was longer than the drop itself. So instead of bouncing...
Oh, bro, just straight fell into the...
Eric brutally slammed into the ground with full force. When authorities arrived, the cords were still hanging from the bridge, unbroken and tied exactly where he had jumped. His body was found around 2 a.m. by some...
You're telling me he done all this and he didn't measure the rope?
Someone walking nearby.
Bro, that's just... Why would you want to do this? And imagine it was the other way around. The rope wasn't too long, it was too short. Now you're left upside down, just dangling.
Stunt shocked the bungee community, and it's honestly the kind of story you'd assume is an internet myth. But no, this one's real, and it's a tragic example of how good intentions and zero math skills can turn fatal real fast. This also goes to everyone who says that you'll never need math in the real world. Turns out basic math might just be what stops...
Listen, I don't think I don't think I don't think people that are bad at math are gonna just start doing this. I think this is less math and more just, you know, common sense, you feel me? Like, why? Anyways though, guys, if you enjoyed the video, you know, the videos at the start, you know, drop the creator a like, show them some love. Drop me a like too if you enjoyed the video, you know, drop a like, drop a follow, you know, standard. I'm live every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And if you're seeing this will be uploaded on Friday, right? I recorded the day before, right? This will be uploaded on Friday, so I will be live later today. Come pop into the live, come say hello. Anyways, but I'm not forcing you to, only if you guys feel like it. Anyways, that's me wrapped up for the night. Afusa. Peace out.